Every campaign leaves clues, but are you actually paying attention? Most marketers hit publish and move on, but the ones who grow the fastest treat their marketing like experiments. They launch fast, learn early, and optimize often. And that is exactly what the evolved stage of HubSpot's Loop Marketing Playbook is built for. It helps you look at the data from your last experiment, see what worked, what didn't, and what to change before running the next one. This is the difference between a system that gets smarter every time you use it and one that flatlines after launch. So stick with me because I'm gonna walk you through 5 simple steps to turn your data into a stronger, higher converting strategy quickly. And if you want help with this stage, HubSpot put together a free conversion rate optimization guide that includes core strategies plus a mini library of AI prompts to help you convert better. You can grab it using the link in the description. Let's dive in. If you've been hanging out with us on the HubSpot marketing channel, you already know the story. In this video, my brand Threaded North launched the TrailMates Foursie, matching onesies for humans and their dogs. A silly idea turned into over 50,000 organic impressions and 422 pre-launch signups in 1 week. Apparently, the internet will always say yes to dogs and clothes. This is the 4th video in our Loop Marketing series where I've been walking you through exactly how I built and launched the Foursie campaign. We researched the audience in Express, built the customer journey in Tailor, and launched the campaign in Amplify. All of those videos are linked in the description if you want to catch up. Now we are in the evolve stage, the part where everything comes full circle. We're gonna discover what worked, what didn't, and what to adjust. So let's take a look. The Foursie launch happened fast. 1 vertical video, repurposed into over 20 assets, leading to 1 simple landing page with a sign-up form, followed up by 1 automated email. And even with that minimal setup, the launch made a huge impact. Honestly, it performed way better than any matching dog and human onesie has any right to. Peak internet behavior, and I love it. After 1 week, we had an 18% conversion rate, which is really strong for a first-time launch. So I sat down to dig into the data. TikTok gave us the most reach, 48,000 views, 6,000 likes, and more than 400 comments. Mo's point of view style obviously hit.
Well, what did you expect? I'm hilarious and cute.
Instagram had deeper engagement, fewer views, around 9,000, but more saves, comments, and profile taps. Then I used Microsoft Clarity to generate a heat map of our landing page. This tool is free, it's easy to install, and it gives you a detailed look at how people interact with your site. And it showed something important. The fit guide and the frequently asked questions were the most clicked sections, and over 70% of visitors scrolled to them. So these just weren't extra info, they were driving buying decisions. Email did well too, around a 36% open rate and nearly 10% clicked through to explore more products. So gathering all this data is helpful, but the real insights aren't in the individual dashboards. They live in the patterns between them. And this is where AI becomes incredibly powerful. Sure, we can make assumptions from the surface level data, but AI helps you see connections you'd normally miss. So let me show you exactly how to do this. Quick note, if you are on HubSpot's professional tier, this gets way easier. The campaigns tool pulls all of your assets and performance data into one place, and Breeze Assistant, which is HubSpot's free AI integration, analyzes everything right inside your CRM so you're not piecing numbers together across multiple dashboards. It's pretty cool. Since I built this campaign using only free tools, I used HubSpot's free Loop Marketing Prompt Library and ChatGPT to break down the journey and find the friction points. So I used the campaign performance diagnostics prompt and asked it to analyze all of the data as one connected system. Here's what we uncovered. The people who discovered on Instagram were likely our highest converting group. They don't just watch, they go to our profile, click the link, scroll the page, and then sign up. So these are VIP warm leads. It also flagged that I am massively underposting relative to how well the content is performing.
The content? You mean me?
We should be testing more frequent variations of our content because apparently we haven't even come close to tapping the full reach potential. And this was huge. Email is where we have the most room to grow. We only sent 1 follow-up email. So yes, we are absolutely leaving conversions on the table. It recommended testing at least 3 follow-up emails for every launch, focusing on story-driven emails, benefit-driven emails, and urgency-based emails, and small nurture sequences, not one-off blasts. So instead of thinking, cool, the launch worked, AI helped reveal where the biggest conversion opportunities were hiding. So the next step was to zoom in on the friction points, the exact moments where people hesitate or drop off. One of the best ways to boost conversions is by looking at where drop-offs are and refining that part of the journey. I'm going to show you how to do this with AI, but if you want to go deeper, HubSpot's free guide that I mentioned earlier comes in super handy here. Not only does it teach you core conversion rate optimization principles, but you'll also get a mini library of even more specific AI prompts to help you boost conversions faster. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. I use the Customer Journey Analytics Interpreter prompt to break down the entire Foursie funnel and identify the biggest leaks. Here's what it found. People who scrolled the most still left because they weren't sure about sizing. Instagram was leaking high-intent leads. We had a few thousand profile visits, but only about half made it to the landing page. But here is what really caught my attention. Not all of these bottlenecks were quick fixes. Some gaps were structural and will take time to build out. The Foursie funnel is serving everyone the same journey, even though the data shows that different groups behave very differently. Emotional customers, visual customers, and practical shoppers, they each need something slightly different to move forward. And that's not something I can fix instantly, but it is something I can prioritize when I run the loop again. There were quite a few other suggestions in this output as well, which is exactly why I needed to break down what to fix now and what to experiment with later. So the whole goal of loop marketing is to act fast on high impact insights, get them live, and run the loop again with better information and a clearer strategy. So I needed a simple way to separate the fixes that I can do quickly to improve conversions from the deeper builds that belong in the next loop cycle. So I used this prompt in the AI chat I've been using. Tell me what to adjust right now to lift conversions and what I should save for my next campaign cycle. The output validated what I already saw and organized everything quickly. The quick fixes were things like tightening up the Instagram bio, adding size and clarity higher on the landing page, adding social proof, and strengthening the calls to action. It separated these from the bigger improvements like segmentation, tailored journeys, and creating a broader content system. The things that would really slow us down if we tried to do it all now. So once I had this clarity, I got to work on fixing the leaks. Here's what I did. I refined the Instagram bio so it's clear who we are and what we're promoting. I added a specific Foursie pre-order link and pinned an informative Foursie post so new profile visitors instantly understood what the product is and why they absolutely need it. I added a better explanation of how to measure your dog right on the hero section with the sizing guide button. Later, I may put a step-by-step video of how to measure your dog using Mo as the model, but as of right now, that would slow us down a bit, so I'm gonna save that for later. I updated the form to feel more personal, urgent, and aligned with early access. So instead of something generic, it now tells people exactly what they get. And then, directly under the hero section, I proved how popular the Foursie is on TikTok. These changes took no time at all, and they instantly strengthened the customer journey. So, what happens now? We aren't done. We're never done. It's time to move right into the next loop cycle. This next round is where things get a lot more interesting because loop marketing isn't just about launching one perfect campaign. It's about running experiments fast, learning from them, and then running even better experiments the next time. So in the next loop cycle, I'm going deeper. Here's the checklist. I'm gonna segment our audience based on real behavior. Each group will get its own hooks, content angles, and journey adjustments. I'll build a stronger follow-up email sequence to test which messages actually move people from interest to purchase. I'll expand the creative system with user-generated content, pet influencers, and remixed formats to see which ones drive the strongest engagement and clicks. And once it's all live, I will review what worked, what didn't, what segments converted fastest, where new friction shows up, and use that to plan the next round of experiments. So now you see it, right? Each stage makes you sharper. Each experiment gives you better data, and every loop cycle builds a stronger, higher converting system. That is the power of loop marketing. You're never starting over, you're starting smarter. And with that, we have officially completed the loop marketing series. We expressed our idea, tailored the journey, amplified the message, and evolved the system based on real data. That's the complete loop. And if there's one thing that I hope sticks with you, it's this. A cute dog is the ultimate marketing cheat code. Okay, yes, that's true, but I'm kidding. That's not the lesson. The lesson is marketing isn't one big campaign. It's a series of experiments. You launch, you learn, you adjust, and every cycle makes your business faster, clearer, and more resilient. The Foursie launch wasn't flawless, but it didn't need to be. It was one loop cycle, and now we're set up to run the next one even stronger. If you want to start using loop marketing inside your own strategy, all of the tools you need are linked below, including the free CRO guide and mini AI prompt library. Trust me, this is gonna make tightening up your funnel way easier at any stage of the loop. If you've been following this series from the beginning, thank you. I hope that it showed you how to build marketing that feels smarter, lighter, and way more fun, especially if you use cute dogs. If it did, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to HubSpot Marketing for more weekly videos designed to keep you ahead with your marketing strategy. My name is Bridget O'Rourke. Feel free to connect with me online, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.